Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is your favorite entrepreneur here, Sierra Nicole, and today I have a super important video for you business owners, side giggers, side hustlers who watch my page. As you guys know, my page is all about entrepreneurship, business ownership, teaching you guys about how to be an entrepreneur, how to build business credit, how to get funding, all that good stuff. So if that is something that you're interested, please make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. Go ahead and smash that like button as well. But guys, like I said, today is a super important video. And I want to talk about something that was passed in the American Rescue Plan Act back in March of 2021, okay? March 11th, 2021, the American Rescue Plan Act was passed. There are some things within the plan that really haven't been talked about, but it will absolutely affect you as a business owner. So we're going to dive deep into that today. So if you have been watching the news at all or been on social media at all within the last week or so, you've seen a lot about how there's a new proposal for the Biden administration and how they want to start having banks monitor your accounts and report transactions that are for accounts that are over $600, right? Start reporting and keeping track of these transactions, seeing withdrawals, deposits, all that good stuff. But there was something that was passed back in March that has not really been talked about. So before this bill was passed in March, any transactions from a payment card or third-party network, so that's like your PayPal, Venmo, cashapp, right, Zelle, those are going to be the third-party network. Any transactions, if you have transactions throughout the year that are over $20,000, then typically they're going to be sending you a 1099-K. That has actually, the amount, the threshold has actually been lowered to $600 per the American Rescue Plan Act. Okay, so as of March 11th, this was passed, and this will actually go into effect January of 2022. So as of January 2022, if you're a business owner and you take payments through Cash App and you take payments through Zelle, through Venmo, through PayPal, if you make more than $600 throughout the year, you will now be receiving a 1099-K, meaning that will now be counted towards your taxable income. So technically you should be reporting these payments anyways as a business owner. If you're even if you have like a side hustle, even if you're selling clothes, right? You have a yard sale, or you're trying to get rid of some old clothes or shoes in your closet, that's going to be considered a good or a service. You are technically supposed to be paying taxes on that anyways, but now they really want to hone down on keeping track of these transactions. So if you've made over $600 through these apps, that you will receive a 1099-K. And when a company gives you a 1099-K, they actually have to send a copy of that to the IRS. So there's really no way around it. The IRS will receive a copy, and they are expecting you to also report that 1099-K on your taxes. Now, this is super important for business owners to know because, like I said, it goes into effect January 2022, which is coming up here pretty soon. And so if you're a business owner, an independent contractor, side gigger, side hustler, right, whatever you want to call it, you want to make sure that you have your paperwork in order, right? You want to make sure of that. You want to make sure that you're properly keeping track of all your income that's coming in, properly keeping track of all your expenses, right? Because now they're going to be cracking down so much harder on these transactions, and you want to make sure that you're properly keeping track of what these transactions are for, where they're from, who they're coming from, what they are for, and your expenses, right? Because our goal should be to lower our tax liability, because who likes to pay taxes, right? So you want to make sure that you are keeping track of all your expenses so that you can really maximize being able to lower that tax liability, right? So things like, a portion of your phone bill, or things like if you have business dinners, or if you have use your vehicle for your business, or if you're buying supplies, or if you're paying money for marketing, things like that. You want to keep track of everything, and you want to make sure that you are keeping your personal and your business accounts separate so you can make it a lot easier for you to keep track of these things. If you are someone who is just starting out and maybe you're just not used to doing the whole bookkeeping thing, I recommend maybe using some apps like QuickBooks Self-Employment. I know there's another one called Honeybook. There's a ton of online accounting softwares that you can use if you can't afford to get a CPA or an accountant to help you with these things. But it's absolutely important that you start getting this in order now, even though technically that doesn't go into effect until January of 2022. You want to start the habits right now, right? So if you're not already keeping track of your expenses, today is a really good day to start doing that so that you can be ready for next year. Now, with this law, this is not going to affect your past transactions, right? So they're not going to be able to give you that 1099K for the transactions that happened this year in 2021. But as soon as January 1st hits, that's when they are going to start keeping track. So you want to keep that in mind. So you won't be filing your taxes for 2022 until 2023. But we have to be prepared, right? We have to be prepared. We have to be knowledgeable. This is something that was already passed. A lot of people get this confused with the new proposal that is out right now to start monitoring bank accounts over $600. This is something completely different, okay? This is completely different. This was already been signed into law. You can look up the American Rescue Plan Act. This was already passed March 11th, 2021. It's been signed into law. So this will absolutely go into effect January 2022. So as business owners, you really want to make sure that you are keeping good records, okay? Keeping good financial records, knowing what money's coming in, what money's going out, where the money's coming from and what it's for. When you're spending money for your business, what are you spending it for? What is it being used for? We got to start keeping much better track of that so that if you do get audited or something comes up with the IRS, you have a paper trail. They are upping audits by over 50%. And typically business owners, anyone with a 1099 or anyone with a Schedule C, they are typically the ones who get audited first, right? Anyone with a business. So you want to make sure that you have a paper trail and you have the paperwork because, like I said, now these companies will be reporting your income. If you have any type of revenue coming in through these third-party apps, it will be reported if it's over $600 for the year. Okay, so it's not not per transaction, but if it's a total of $600 or more that you got from the app, PayPal, if you receive multiple payments, it could be, 6 payments of $100. That's going to equal $600 for the year. And that will be reported on 1099K. The IRS will get a copy of that, and you are obviously obligated to report that. You were obligated to report it before, but now there's going to be more of a paper trail. And so if you make a mistake, that can be kind of detrimental to your business, and the IRS will think that you're trying to be fraudulent, even if it was an accident. So you want to make sure that you have all your paperwork in order. Like I said, apps like QuickBooks, it's a really good one. There's tons of online. There's like Wave accounting as well, or you can hire an accountant or a bookkeeper, someone who can help you keep track of all these expenses. But it's really going to be important in these coming years that business owners, side hustlers, independent contractors, gig workers, that we really, really hone in on our financial paperwork, because it is definitely getting harder for us. So you want to make sure that you have everything in order, keeping track of all your expenses, knowing exactly what it is that you can and cannot write off, and keeping track of those things so that you can minimize the amount of tax liability that you have, okay? Because the goal obviously is to profit as much as possible while still keeping money in our pockets as business owners, because trust me, I know how difficult that can be. So that is all that I have for you today. That's an update. I hope this information was helpful for you. If you are an entrepreneur, business owner, side hustler, make sure you hit that subscribe button. My channel is all about helping you become a better entrepreneur and business owner with getting funding and growing your business. So go ahead and hit that subscribe, hit that like button, leave some comments down below, and I'm going to catch you guys on the next video.